Hey, I'm super excited about today and happy to be able to share a couple thoughts with you. I had tea this morning instead of coffee. I've been having some throat issues and decided to do some peppermint tea. Hopefully that'll help me a little bit. But I read a book this morning. Been reading through the book The Go-Giver, and almost done with it. Just about to finish it up here. And that's the book we're going to talk about today. And I'm really excited about what we get to teach. But this month in February, I'm excited. I get to read the book Extreme Ownership, and I'm real pumped about that book. And then I've already started reading. This book here by Jeff Gitmore, The Little Red Book of Selling. One of my colleagues at my job actually inspired me to do that. And how exciting! What an awesome book. Both books I'm really excited to get through. And this month in February, and finally just consistently reading, consistently developing yourself is really the key to doing to catastrophic success. And that's the key word, is catastrophic success, that is talked about in the book The Go-Giver. And I've really enjoyed it. It talks about 5 different laws of catastrophic success. And today we're going to talk about the 4th law of catastrophic success. Fourth law of catastrophic success. And it tells a story about a lady named Miss Davenport, is her last name, Miss Davenport, and she's addressing a crowd in the story at a town, and she has tremendous success in real estate sales, in commercial and residential real estate sales, and she's addressing a crowd at a symposium and giving some great principles. She talks about how that her life went from literally tragedy to triumph and started going way down, and she lost everything, lost all kinds of stuff, and then finally realized a couple of key principles, and then it started really changing because it's called catastrophic success. And so, but a couple things that I learned was, she tells the story about when it finally clicked for her. And we're going to talk about 2 different things that she addressed. When it finally clicked for her, she said that she was at the very bottom of her barrel, literally on her last day. She was literally packing up her bags, ready to leave, and she was done. This was her last one, and she said, you know what, fine, I'm going to go ahead and show one more house and make one more sales call, visit one more client. I don't even want to do this anymore, but I'm going to go ahead and make an attempt. In fact, I'm not even going to try. And she didn't even try. She met this lady, and they went to see the house, and all the way there, they were just cutting up, laughing, because she didn't care anymore. It wasn't about the sale anymore. She didn't matter, and none of that mattered. And so she talked about, though, she said that was a key moment when she learned the biggest lesson of her life that really propelled her forward. And I'm going to tell you what that 4th law of catastrophic success is in just a second. But I want to say, number 1 is never stop learning. Never stop learning. Always be teachable, because even if the door is almost closed in your career or almost over, even if you're at the bottom of your barrel, don't stop being teachable, because chances are there's a really cool lesson coming your way that you can take that can help propel you back up. It literally I read a book by Frank Betcher, this one here, called How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling. And literally it started in complete failure to absolute success. And it really does work that way. And so never stop learning is number 1. Never stop being teachable, even if the door is about to close in your mind. And chances are, like she said in that book on The Go-Giver, Miss Davenport talked about, she said it was going on right up here. It wasn't, the failure that I was having was right here in her mind. And so we have to remain teachable. And then number 2, here's the 4th law that she talked about. The most valuable gift, here it is, the most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself. Yourself. Don't forget to be yourself. And she says 90% of your sales, of anything you do in your relationships with clients, your relationships with other people, you've got to be yourself. Don't forget to bring yourself to the table. When you're trying to negotiate the deal and you're trying to mentor somebody, you're trying to help somebody, you're trying to help a younger colleague or somebody that maybe is not as far along as you are, or you're trying to get good advice. Don't forget to bring yourself to the table every time. And 90% of our communication is just people skills, and 10% is only technique. And so I remember when I went through the Power Sales University here on the Total Personal Development program, when I went through the sales training on here, Jason Evans talks about a term called liquid presentation, a liquid presentation. And he deals with the idea of making sure that not only you're molding your presentation when you're communicating with other people as a master communicator, when you're communicating, he talks about molding your conversation around their needs, but also molding it around who you are. Because don't forget, they're gonna love they're gonna appreciate and trust you as a person more than anything in this world. And what a valuable lesson I've learned today. And this week it's been wonderful. And remember, Jason Evans talks about it here on Power Sales University. He talks about it all the time. He says the learning never stops. The learning never stops. And you can say it over and over again in your mind. And don't forget that lesson. And let me tell you that number 4, the 4th law of catastrophic success from the book The Go-Giver is this: the most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself. The most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself.